What's up, YouTube? The Gaming Recon here, about to bring to you a special video. This video was taken on my birthday, August 19th of 2015. I turned 34. And for a special treat, my nephew and I, Jfinn 73092, as you know him from the Destiny videos, we took a trip to Chicago to my favorite music store, Chicago Music Exchange, and we're about to share with you our experiences throughout that day. We met an awesome dude. His name is Alex. He's a sales manager there, and he also does the YouTube videos for the actual store itself. And he, upon looking at their website today, which is www.chicagomusicexchange.com, he performs the 100 riffs of rock and roll, famous riffs. And he does it in one take. It was simply amazing. So I link to that video playlist will actually be down below as well. I urge you all to like, comment, and subscribe to Chicago Music Exchange if you're music enthusiasts and love guitars. But without further ado, let's walk right in here. All right, let's walk up in here. Now the first thing you'll notice is all the historic guitar players on the wall. Let's open up this door. And guitars. I mean, shit, look at this place. All right. We're going to talk to some of the employees here if they have time. And, wow, just look at those. Travel around the place. We're going to test out stuff. And we're going to clip all these videos together. We're going to start with the Gibson wall. But first, let me get someone to help us out. Be right back. So we can kind of take this whole thing in. But, yeah. You have a variety of Les Paul style guitars, most makes, most models, and a lot of different used equipment too, ranging from, again, the vintage originals all the way down to like the mid-70s, 80s, 2000s, 90s models, and all the different things. So Alex here, again. We're gonna look at a 1952, and he's just gonna show it to us. I'm not gonna touch that thing because I can't. I just can't. But right up there, we have a 1952 gold top with before Gibson started putting humbucker pickups on there. It was a P90s, right?
That's right. Gibson didn't start putting humbuckers in anything until '56, and they didn't put them in Les Pauls until '57.
All right. Well, let's just figure out about bringing this thing down. Let's take a look. You can show it off.
All right.
Just a little bit about the guitar you're holding, Alex.
Sure. This is a 1952 gold top Les Paul. It's one of the very, very early examples. There's no binding on the neck. It's before they put that in.
Let's get close to that.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So we still have the trapeze inlays.
Yeah, still got the trapezoid inlays.
Trapezoid, sorry.
Yeah, that was all the way from the start.
And then a trapeze bridge.
Exactly. Trapeze tailpiece. You'll notice the strings wrap underneath, which was not the original intention, but that's what they ended up doing in production. They switched this shortly thereafter into a different single wraparound where the strings came up top. This is real tough to play because you can't palm mute. Oh. Your strings are way down there, so it's real awkward to play.
So how did you get a hold of this guitar? Do you know?
This one I'm not really sure. We get all sorts of vintage gear from private sellers, from shows, stuff we just find. But to be honest, a lot of it just walks in the door.
So somebody actually had an original 1952.
Oh, sure.
Now, 51 was the first one, correct?
52 was the first
52, so this is the first ever Gibson Les Paul. Now those are P90, first year. Now those are P90 pickups?
That's right.
So this is before the humbucker was invented, correct?
That's right, yeah, they invented the humbucker. Seth Lover invented it in 1956. Okay. They put it into lap steels originally, and put it into production on the Pauls in '57.
Okay, so then, and this is just a crazy question from a Gibson enthusiast that reads too much Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Now you still have your 4 volume knobs, and these are original, so these are like what you see on the customs now. So they're not the top hat pots.
Right. You'll notice these are actually a lot taller. Than any of the modern ones. That's just how they made them this year. They got a lot smaller over time, but yeah, those are original.
Now we see the audio jack in the back, but the switch is what intrigues me. Now with P90 pickups, is it still 3-way or is it only 2-way?
No, it's still 3-way. You have this. All the controls are the same as they have been going forward. That's the neck pickup. That's both of them together. And that's the bridge alone.
Okay.
So even back then, they had the basic idea down.
Now the basic construction, is it still maple cap, mahogany body, rosewood fingerboard, and maple neck?
Yeah, you can see where the maple joins, where the two pieces sit on top of each other, just under the binding there.
And that gives you a kind of idea how old this guitar is. Now, this guitar is physically how old?
From 1952.
From 1952. So as you back away from it, you cannot really tell that it's all dinged up if you turn the body forward. In the back, it's the gold top. Now, I remember Gibson executives were worried that this would turn green after a while.
Mm-hmm. Well, it did.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot more gold if you. It's actually not entirely the gold itself that turns green. Some of it's the lacquer on top of the gold. So if you took some lacquer off underneath, you'd see the gold flake. It's still pretty gold.
Yeah.
But some of the metal that's in that paint does turn green over time.
Now, for any of you interested on cell phone quality audio, do you think you could play this for us?
Sure.
All right. Well, we're here, and close the door. We're here in one of the rooms, the many rooms that Chicago Music Exchange offers. They put they stick you in a room with a bunch of amps, and they let you have at it. Now the house rules, we're breaking a little bit. Thank God he's the manager. Only one person and one guitar. Help us keep instruments beautiful. Please remove coats, jackets. Just be respectful of the stuff. Do not move or add or remove amps, which means don't go out there, grab an amp, and bring it in here, and then leave it here. And of course, just ask.
We let people do that most of the time.
Well, yeah, but with permission, right? All right, so he's going to play a 1952 Les Paul. And we're going to hear what this sucker sounds like. Now, again, pardon the audio quality. This is all just being recorded with my Samsung phone on my birthday, on the day we just walked in. So, all right, Alex.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Ah, yes, the neck pickup.
That's right.
All right. So basically in the 50s, just like cars, you would see a radical change in your instruments year by year. Now, this would be the last time, or no, this and the 53 were the last two to use the trapeze.
Yeah, the trapeze was 52 through very early 53.
All right, we'll grab the custom, the silver burst one. We'll show like the 59 reissue. It's the one that's on the couch. All right, yeah, I just sent Jfinn over to get another guitar as an example of how Gibson guitars evolved, and they kind of just stood still after a while. So this is like what was born.
Sure.
Yeah.
They've always kind of changed over time.
Yeah.
And just like most guitar makers, they don't really sit still.
Yeah.
Things still change even if they don't change, obviously, on the surface.
Yeah, okay. And one of the cool things about this is that, again, I don't know when they start. I think they started putting humbuckers in. That's not it. It's orange. Well, orange. I know it's sunburst, but cherry burst, right? Anyway,
which one
yeah. It was a 59 reissue that was made in 2003. It's like $6,000. But how much? Okay, if I had the money, how much would this thing cost?
This one is $23,000.
$23,000. Yes, I can't even touch that. Now, here we have a traditional Les Paul. Probably the most famous year would be the 59. And this is a reissue, so I guess what the story on this one, if I'm not mistaken, in 2003 they tracked down an original owner of a 1959 Les Paul and pretty much copied it piece by piece.
I don't know if that's...
And that may not be the 2003 reissue, but I know that they borrowed a bunch.
They did, yeah. Actually, they started doing that in the early 80s with the Heritage series.
Okay.
And they've been reissuing it in some form since then.
So then, yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, when did and again, I know your time is valuable. When did Gibson start actually putting burst style and flame tops on their maple?
They started doing that in 1958.
Now, what you'll notice here is that you have humbucking pickups.
Mm-hmm.
You have your four-way, 2 volumes, 2 tones for each pickup, and your 3-way selector switch.
That's right.
And the 59, why is it so famous? I always hear this come up. Now, I don't hear 58 a lot. I don't hear 57. Well, 58, you hear like it's got a thicker neck. But what was brought in 1959 that everyone covets this? Is it because it's the one that Jimmy Page played?
That's exactly it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Between 58 and 60, there are some minor changes, but they're roughly the same guitar otherwise. 58 was the first year they did a sunburst.
Okay.
They do tend to have thicker necks. They changed the pickups a little bit for the magnets they were using.
Okay.
Although Gibson changed their magnets on those humbuckers all the time.
All right.
The term PAF, that's patent applied for, that's referring to the pickups from that period.
Perfect, perfect. All right. Now, before, this will be the last thing you can do for me.
Sure.
Can you play Whole Lotta Love, but after I hit the stop button and re-record you one more time? Because we got to have a Jimmy Page song. We're about to get loud with the 59.
Let me know when you want to do it.
Go ahead. Sweet. All right, so here we are at the Chicago Music Exchange's acoustic room. In the back, they have a place where you can sit on a stool. Now, it may not look so comfy, but there's natural resonance in this room. So if you point the camera up at the ceiling, that's about a 25-foot ceiling. So you get a lot of that echo, as you can hear in my voice. You get that natural reverb, kind of like playing under a bridge. So let's take a look, try out this Martin. This model here is a DC 16 GTE. It comes with a case, and it is only, and it can be yours for the price of only $1,799 US, if that's where you're watching from. If not, I don't know how many British pounds sterling that would be, but whatever, it's expensive as hell. So we're gonna just mess around with it, and if you don't like the way I play, sorry.